Tobago's products to be sold in Panama, more funding for Tobagonian businesses, this time through the Venture Capital Fund, and local farmers to get help.
InfoUpdate,
bringing you the latest news, views, and reviews,
along with responses,
comments, and events
affecting you.
Brought to you by the Information Division of the Tobago House of Assembly.
Several of Tobago's locally produced items will appear on supermarket shelves in Panama. The city of Panama, which is located in South America, is known for its Spanish, American, and Afro-Caribbean influences. It has the third largest economy in Central America, with a population of 3.92 million people. The Secretary in the Division of Finance and Enterprise Development, Joel Jack, explained how this agreement came to be.
The Assembly, as part of a trade mission conducted last year, negotiated entry of several Tobago products into Panama under a partial scope agreement which will be proclaimed soon, since the bill entitled Trinidad and Tobago Panama Partial Scope Trade Agreement Bill 2014 was passed in the Senate last Tuesday.
A number of products that are produced in Tobago are on the list.
With its passage, Tobago's cassava flour, cassava meal, bay leaf powder, essence, pepper sauce, and other condiments will gain entry into the Panamanian market. This will undoubtedly enhance the development and expansion of trade, strengthen cooperation activities, provide fair conditions of competition, and develop mechanisms that will facilitate further investment.
The Finance and Enterprise Development Secretary went on to say the division will continue to invest heavily in the diversification of Tobago's economy. He says while the division has poured a significant amount of resources into the small business sector, other industries can benefit from available opportunities. Umar Mills picks up that story.
The Tobago House of Assembly has set aside $25 million for the Venture Capital Fund. The funds will be used for large-scale projects which support the Assembly's eco-diversification plans. Mr. Jack says 2 businesses have already accessed funds.
The Funds Committee is currently reviewing a total of 7 applications in a variety of areas, and we hope that in the near future we'll be announcing further disbursements coming from the Venture Capital Equity Fund.
He said the Assembly is looking at ways to modify the program in order to encourage greater utilization.
The Executive Council will also be asked to consider a new model for financing these businesses. This will also be supported by the Venture Capital Equity Fund, and this will target those businesses who find themselves overqualified for programs administered by the Business Development Unit and unable to access venture capital funding because of the limitation of the Venture Capital Act.
Mr. Jack says his division also proposes to take a note to the Executive Council, seeking approval to increase the limit of the Enterprise Assistance Fund from $250,000 to $500,000. I'm Umar Mills for InfoUpdate.
There's also good news for persons involved in the agricultural sector as well. Caroline Wallace has those details.
As part of the overall diversification plan, there will be significant investment in the agricultural sector. Mr. Jack says the Business Development Unit will put special measures in place for farmers and persons in the agro-processing sector.
This should provide further incentives for farmers and agro-processors to stimulate their businesses in this cluster.
Local farmers will also get assistance from Caribbean Local Economic Development Program, CARILED. The purpose of CARILED is to stimulate sustainable local economic development, LED, through the strengthening of competencies and capacities at the local level. Mr. Jack says this approach will be a great help to Tobagonian farmers.
Tobago Agro-Processors Association's members will be provided with infrastructural, technical support to increase agro-processing production, market penetration, sales, and by extension, income for Tobago's farmers.
He says his division will also look at other ways to collaborate with CARILED to assist various sectors on the island. I'm Caroline Wallace for InfoUpdate.
That's it from all of us at the Department of Information. I'm Lois Vincent and you've been listening to InfoUpdate.